Hi everybody, lesson number 29. I'm Shlomo Eitan. This is Hebrew for all. Everyone can learn Hebrew with me, and I invite you to do so. In this class, we're going to be learning about something that I call ownership in the past. Examples of that would be, for example, in English, I had a boat, they had several apartments, we had a dog. All those kinds of phrases where we suggest or we talk about the idea of something that we had in the past. And there's a methodology of how we make that kind of phrase in Hebrew. And in order to do that, you're going to need the verb liot. And I'm sure you recognize that verb at this point in your Hebrew study with me or wherever else you've learned Hebrew. The famous verb liot, meaning to be. Before I give you that verb written down on the board in front of you, I'd like you to make a quick review for yourself of lihiot in the past tense. Go ahead and do that right now while I get it onto the board. Okay, there you go. There's the verb lihiot in front of you. Let's read it down from the top, meaning to be. Hayiti, hayita, hayit, haya, haita, hayinu, hayitem, hayiten, hayu, hayu. In a more perfect version of Hebrew that we're not going to be using because it's not spoken Hebrew of the modern state of Israel, hayitem, hayiten. But we're going to use the popular, as it's used in the street, hayitem, or actually, in fact, hayitem and hayiten, the way they're expressed here in Israel in this generation. Okay, so we needed that in order to be able to do this thing called ownership in the past. And what we're going to be needing in particular are only, you could say 4 elements, but it's really only 3 words. It's these 2 words of this line, haya, haita, and this word of this line, which you see is identical in both cases, hayu, hayu. And what we're going to have to do is the following thing. We're going to have to make an agreement. What is the agreement? Suppose we wanted to say, I had a dog. That's about ownership in the past, which is what I call the lesson. So, what's the word for dog? I know you all know that. That's kelev. So if you want to say, I had a dog, the construct in Hebrew is to say, haya, li, kelev, which is literally to say, there was to me a dog. I had a dog. The important thing that I'm trying to make clear, or I want to emphasize, is the agreement here between this particular word haya and the masculine singular noun kelev. Masculine singular haya, masculine singular dog. So how would you now say they had homes? They had houses in the past. So I hope you've had a chance to formulate for this for yourself. So houses, plural, happens to be masculine plural, but we see that it's not going to make a big difference here, whether it's masculine or feminine, because we're in both cases going to be using the word hayu, hayu, and we need the connecting word, lahem, plural of houses, batim. There it is, hayu lahem, batim. And if you wanted to say, for example, he had a girlfriend, he's no longer with her, so there'll be a little controversy in the modern state of Israel how exactly we say girlfriend, but we're going to leave that aside, and I'm just going to make one of the choices and leave you to find out what the other one is on your own. So he had a girlfriend. She's feminine, hence, and she's singular. Hayta lo chavera. Hayta lo chavera. So that's that. This is the lesson about ownership in the past, for which you need to use some of the elements of the verb liot, to be, in order to make the construct by which we suggest that ownership, something we had in the past. That's all for now, folks. Thank you very much. This was lesson 29. I'll see you at 30. Shalom, shalom.